this family.
Let's go, Canes. The #1 podcast in the show.
Yo, what's going on, everybody in Utah? Just want to let you know.
Ain't no me.
There ain't no me.
It ain't no me.
Without you.
Without you, baby.
Without you, baby. Go Canes.
It's you talk, baby.
It's that you talk. Yeah, man. Veteran in this game, bringing pain to all these amateurs. Been winning for too long, so they had to change the parameters. Any competition, we sweeping them up like janitors. We using the air without the need for nasal cannulas. Looking to the stands, I'll be laying for the cameras. Big wins every single week.
My name is Mr. Magic. If you're looking for a podcast that's real and down to earth, it's all about you talk. There's no me without you, baby. Bust a move.
People show, this is you talk, yeah, the people show. Coming to you live with Frank and Devin. Go on, tell them what they need to know. This is you talk, yeah, the people show. Look, we gon' tell you what you need to know.
It's you talk, baby.
What you need to know. Hey, it's the people show.
It's you talk, baby.
Man, it is in the 8 a.m. and I'm still feeling hype.
3 days later.
Whew.
3 days later, bro.
Feels like 3 minutes later.
Hey, and I've had some good feelings even after 3 minutes. I don't give a damn, man. I'm celebrating it all. You talk family, what's going on? What's going on? It's your boy LFJ in the building, flanked by my brother over there, still in the smoke, my guy AO. And y'all know how we start every show. It ain't no us without you, baby. Kane Nation, real you talk family, what's going on? You see, I got my guy up here. Everybody have been talking about us. Baby Jesus is telling y'all be quiet. I had to put Baby Jesus behind me, man. Bro, it's a great feeling. Yes, especially on a Sunday. And we're going to get into everything. We're going to recap. We're going to talk about, what happened the other night against Ole Miss. We're going to do a little bit of a preview for Indiana. Of course, we'll have that show next week where we can go 100% into them. We're going to have a hype show this week coming up. We'll drop all of the time. Shout out to the chat. Rocky's in the building. What's good, my brother? Canes, man, last. Go Canes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Rebels with a cause. Italian Stallion. Love you back, bro. Go Canes. James Freeman in the building. Antonio Abner. What it do? Them Canes. Harris. What it do? Caniac Chris. What it do? Man, it's just an awesome feeling right now. And AO, I'm gonna give it to you right quick, man. What's your initial thoughts right now as we look at how things have gone with coming out of Ole Miss as we transition into the Natty? What's your feelings right now?
Good things come to those who wait. I feel like it wasn't just of the fans, right? I mean, I really took that moment after that game to really realize, like, a lot of torches were passed on Thursday. You have Mr. B come on the show. We had Alonzo come on our show. And those were like the pillars, right? Those guys from that generation were like, hey, I know there ain't really a whole lot going on at this school, but there's something a little different, right? There's just something about this school and what it wants to be that fits those guys. And they took it on. They took a boulder and put it on their shoulder and said, I'm gonna move this to where I need it to go.
Correct.
We've been waiting for that torch to get passed for a long period of time. And it finally was passed. Like Bain and Malinoa took that and personified what you needed to have in Miami to bring it back. You needed someone from the house that's been there, the legacies, that we're going to do it the right way, that we're going to work harder. They didn't want you to give them the title. They didn't want you to give them a pillar. They wanted just to make their own trailblazing mark. You had to have them.
Correct.
Someone that was an underdog too. in their own backyard, not getting their 5-star when they rightfully deserved it. Sounds very Miami-ish, right? And then you had someone from the other side of the spectrum, from the other side of the nation, that outsider looking in, but someone that had the talent to show you, hey, I can really be here and develop, not just be the 5-star that falls, but the 5-star that elevates and elevates and elevates. And you had that culture behind them with that Samoan side where they're unbreakable, that they had to be here and know that this is going to be a 3 or 4 year journey, right? Not a 1 year and I'm running away from smoke. We need people who are going to run into the fire and know exactly what they're walking into. It was going to be a rough couple of years with Miami. They all knew that. I mean, we ain't won an ACC. We ain't been in a championship game for a while. I mean, we opt out of bowls. We, self-sanction ourselves. It's been a rough road. It's a hard sell for Mario, right?
Right.
But they took it, and they ran with the challenge.
Absolutely. AO, I look at just the adversity that Miami has faced really since, and I hate to keep bringing it up, but I mean, it's just facts since the SMU loss, the adversity. Think about the roller coaster emotions of the season. You start off with that huge win against Notre Dame, who was a top 5 program coming off of a national championship appearance themselves. And Miami just starts winning, get up to number 2 in the country. People are calling Miami, the national pundits, a lot of them early in the season, that it was between us and Ohio State. This is the best team in America. They said it, and then, that speed bump against Louisville on that Friday night hits, and then we're back to reality. And then we're mortal. We start dropping in the polls. We start getting looked at. Beck starts getting criticized. That was his worst statistical game of the season with the 4 interceptions. And then SMU happens, and we're written off. We're really written off. And then, as we always say, after that SMU loss, it looked like this entire team just kind of like the old school Transformers, man. They just went from being vehicles to these mighty robots, man. They just transformed and just got on another level and have not looked back since. And the disrespect, bro, that Miami is getting, even going into this national championship game. And I wanted to say this. Shouts out to OG Kane. I want the media to keep hyping Indiana up like they did the 2019 LSU team, like OSU 10, Indiana 13, or a walk-off controversial against Penn State, like we didn't have the hardest road in the playoffs. That is facts.
Correct.
That is facts. What's up, Ray Chan? And I'm gonna cite Ray Chan right here because he brought up a good point yesterday, and I wanted to highlight this, and I'm glad he's here. They're writing us off against Indiana, but credit Ray Chan for this stat. Indiana's D-line is very much undersized. They average about 275 with undersized linebackers. Our offensive line, the smallest guy on the line is Brockenmeyer at, I believe, 295. Everybody else is 310 to 340 with extra blocking from the tight end. Anybody that thinks Indiana is going to dominate Miami doesn't know football. You can look at what they've done against Alabama. That Alabama team that got dominated a few last week or whatever, that's the same Alabama team that lost to Florida State. They just had a good run after. Yeah. They became mortal. They showed up in the playoffs. Yes. Yeah,
they showed up again.
And what happened the other night against Oregon, let's just call it. Oregon is just they've benefited from being on the right side. Yes, you did. You called it. They benefited from being on the right side. Good morning, Joy, of the bracket. They got undersized and got dominated. And honestly, listen, when you give Indiana 21 points, what do you expect? So I say all this to say this real quick, Ayo, and I'm going to toss it back to you. I say all that to say this. And I hope people take this show and take this clip and put it out because I'm putting it out there. If you firmly believe that Indiana is going to do to Miami what they've done in their previous 2 playoff games, you don't know football. Reason being, Miami's defense is going to be the best defense that Indiana has seen, the nastiest defense that Indiana has seen. If Ohio State could hold them in check to 13 points at a neutral, basically a home game for you because it was in Indianapolis, what do you think is going to happen for a home game at Miami? That's what I got, Ayo. How about you?
I think the problem with the bracket was you were going to see a lot of repetitiveness. And when you have a repeat, it doesn't do you any favors for your coaching staff because realistically, yeah, I think that the better teams did win those repeats. I do think that Indiana is much better than Oregon.
Yes.
But here's my problem with that is how are your adjustments working? How do you know what adjustments are working and not working? Because all the adjustments you made were predicated on tendencies that you knew that other team had. You knew that other team. You've seen them twice.
Yep.
You know where your matchups are because of the repeat of the season. You know what I mean? And honestly, I'm sorry, Big Ten is very blah this year. You know, I felt like we played the best of the Big Ten already, and we beat them.
Yes.
You know,
We
and I
dominated.
feel like I get the whole Indiana beat, you know, OSU, but once again, they both knew that they're in. There's a difference of when you're in and when you're fighting for your spot. There's a different animal that comes out. I don't think Ohio State was a full animal at that point. Now, they did lose to us, and we did dominate them, and the scoreboard needs to reflect that better, but Miami has to get away from shooting themselves in the foot.
Mm-hmm.
But we've gotten through those games. I will say this, and like you said about being on the clip for, you know, for all intents and purposes going forward, I don't think that Indiana is going to understand what's happening to them. But I love what's going to happen currently. My projection is going to be this. They're already calling this Indiana team one of the best teams in college football history. Right?
I know.
Here's my second one. My favorite thing about it is by Tuesday, Wednesday, boys, if we hear their players start talking shit, which they're going to start feeling themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They wear red and white. They're playing Miami team again that's going to be wearing white. It's very serendipitous. I don't like coincidences, and I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I got told this before. The Heisman winner of a red and white team, one of the best teams to ever do it, faces a Miami team that doesn't really belong there. That year was 0-1. Eric Crouch got his head beat into the fucking ground. And that was a game where I solidified myself in Iowa of being like, I will only wear two colors because of how disrespectful every team was to that orange and green. It was beyond me. And then to watch the pummeling effect of a team that was there as a team versus a bunch of individuals who were like, hey, we're just happy to be here and we should dominate you. You could tell there's different types of teams out there. This Indiana team reminds me of that team because they're all super seniors. They're 4 years and 5 year guys. Great.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Like you said earlier, just because you've been here for 4 years doesn't mean that you're not still undersized. It still is happening.
Yes.
I'm very proud of how this Hurricane team has showed up, heart and soul. And through the adversities, they kept fighting their way through things. I wanted that pathway because Indiana's pathway, everything went great for you. You faced no adversity in the playoff.
Right.
When you're going to be down for the first time, you're going to be sitting there looking around like, oh, shit. What happens if Mendoza gets sacked 3 times? Who's going to start looking around? Let's see him get flustered. And then for him, flashbacks of that Cal game.
I was just about to
that
say.
little rattle is going to happen, right?
Vain PTSD is going to set in.
It's them again. Like, and they're fucking better, and they're faster, and they're not making giant mistakes. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care what quarterback you are from where. When you get fucking a defense that hits you like that, it doesn't ever go away. When he sees Paseth again, he's going to be like, you better not fucking hit me. You better not. Don't you fucking do it. Let 31 hit him. And I guarantee the rattle effect happens where he's going to get that ball out a little bit quicker. He had no problem getting that ball out against Oregon. And it looked magnificent. Generational talent's what I just heard, right? Okay. I mean,
the rat poison is being planted, bro, because
I love it.
And the thing about it is Indiana is biting on it. They are biting on it.
They've never been there though.
Never been there. Never been there. I want to highlight real quick, and then we're going to get the link up, and we're going to let the fans come on through and let y'all go ahead and speak your piece. I want to highlight what Ray Chan put up here. Very valid point. I don't know if everybody heard, but I know it broke yesterday that Bryce Fitzgerald, he was robbed at gunpoint at an Airbnb. And Ray Chan says he has a concern, for the team headspace. Is he right? Is the team, listen, anybody that's ever had a situation like that, I've never had none, but I've known people that have been in that situation. We'll just have to wait and see, and hopefully prayers that, thank God nothing happened to them.
Right.
Whatever valuables they got, hey, you can replace that.
Correct.
But are you going to be okay? But yeah, just to kind of piggyback off of what you've been saying, this is a place that Indiana has not been. And also, I'm going to add to that, their coach is not helping the situation, because Signetti, to me, and don't get me wrong, I've been on record, I like Signetti as a head coach. I like his attitude. I like his brashness. But you can tell he's in this moment a little bit too much as a coach, because that line he gave the other night where he said, "I'm just going to go drink a beer." And I know he was joking and clowning and stuff like that. But there was another line that he said that this is a message that's being sent to Miami. So if you're coaching a game and you're looking forward to the next team, that tells me all I need to know about your headspace as a coach. And one last thing, and I'm going to get this link up. I don't know if anybody saw the pregame with Nick Saban talking to Mario, where Nick Saban was breaking down what happened offensively against Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Though both of them are Nick Saban disciples, I truly feel, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I'm going there with this one. I truly feel like you're going to have some off-air conversations with Nick Saban. He's not happy. He did not like what happened against Alabama. And you better believe Saban is going to look at that film, and he's going to give Mario some tidbits, to get with Heatherman and stuff like that. I just feel like Saban, like the reason why I'm saying that is Saban, to me, was just a little too invested in how Miami could have played better. Saban's been on Miami's side pretty much all year. He loves Miami. And I just felt when I saw that exchange the other night for game day, I'm thinking to myself, okay, Saban's breaking down film. And he even said it to Mario. He said, "Can I tell you this right now on camera in front of everybody?" And, of course, Mario cracked on him. He's like, "Yeah, but I didn't know you noticed with, getting your makeup done and all of that." They're going back and forth. But I feel like, you know what? I think Mario and Saban's going to have some talks this week, and I think we're going to get an extra edge from the GOAT. And I think that's going to work our advantage.
Yeah, I think you nailed that, because I was kind of thinking about that too. Is okay. I get Sig is here now, right? But when he left very early with Nick. Like, where was he at for quite some time? Why did they leave like the way they did? You kind of wonder what happened with the relationship, right? You knew why Mario left. He went on to take over his own program, right? Like, it was a little bit chopping of different steps. But to me, it's just like you said, the relationship kind of seems like Nick is a little bit more. There's definitely favorites, right? I think that his two is one's in Georgia and one's in Miami. I think those are the two that he kind of watches out for the most, because they probably did more for him in reverse, right? But to me, like you said, I also want to make sure we're putting out there too, and it's still allegations, right? But there is talks about Indiana cheating. So I mean, and if you're Miami, you love that it came out this early, because hey, that gives you plenty of time to go get all your shit and make sure that you can't start from scratch, but you can definitely change up what you're doing in case you were using that same similar type shit, because you never know nowadays. Hey, as long as there's tech out there that's helpful, there's also people that can take advantage of the tech. So I mean, it is what it is. You cannot, just like Brock Shot being over there. If you think that the shit's not happening where they're getting information from inside the fucking room, then you're kind of playing yourself. Brock is telling them everything about our fucking playbook. Like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But you were kind of happy to see him go when he did, because if you knew and you're preparing, then you understood this weeks ago, like, hey, this is a possibility that could happen. I need to change all my shit. An unprepared staff would be like, it will never happen. We may not even make it there. That's what Ole Miss looked like to me. Is we're just happy to be here. What we win is what we win. They threw 4 picks in that game. That game was not as close as what we like to believe.
Right.
I'm glad how we beat Ole Miss, but it should have been a lot bigger. But we are also known we're on a pathway. That's why our head coach isn't saying we're going to go drink a beer. He's like, don't touch me. There's still time on the clock. Focus. We have another game to go play. He's not happy with the results. And that's what you need to have happen in that building.
Absolutely. Shouts out to Rocket Rat with the $4.99 donut. Thank you so much. Want to congratulate Indiana on their hypothetical natty they got from the media. Guess I should cancel my flight. F that. Go Canes. Inject the hate. Also, shouts out. We got an Indiana fan in the chat who says we're going to lose 42-10. I can't find the comment, but I know everybody's seen it. Look, we got our callers in right now, man. We got a full circle, so we're going to go ahead. Y'all know the rules, man. 5 minutes. We're going to give everybody 5 minutes. I got Stallion coming up, Lakers all day, and I got Lickerdale third. So if you're in the queue, that is the order. You'll be behind Lickerdale if you come in after that. So let's go ahead on and bring them in. Very first one to the show, our guy, day one. He is the one and only, the Italian Stallion. What's up, brother?
What is up, guys? How you doing? You hear me all right?
Oh, loud and clear, bro.
Yeah, look at that. When he fucking walked in there and said, we going back to Miami for the national championship, and Cam Ward right over his shoulder. It was a beautiful thing right there.
I'm sorry, is that Vanilla Vic right there?
It might be so. Vanilla Vic, baby. I'm telling you. So, hey, thank you, Abella Danger. Keep doing what you're doing from the back, baby. That's all I'm going to say, because he's been a different guy since you guys announced your partnership to the world. So I love you, Abella. But anyway, listen, to that Indiana fan, the Bullets guy or whatever, he said Indiana going to give you all the belt. Yeah, the whip on your ass, the 19th.
I got him queued up. I got him queued up right here. He said, man, coming up with every excuse. Maybe Indiana's just taking. Go ahead, Stallion. I got your time rolling, bro. Let's go.
All right. So listen, AO facts, man. How about this one? How about the red and white team, Nebraska 83? We weren't supposed to win that one, and we did it at home in the OB. We're going to do it at the Rock this time. Guys, it's so crazy. You know, everybody hated Nick Saban for what he did to the Dolphins, and I know that not everybody's a Dolphins Canes fan, but for those that are, it's Miami, okay? It affected the city. And realistically, wouldn't this be poetic justice that Nick Saban helps Mario get us a fucking ship? I mean, it's unbelievable. Excuse my language. But I'm just so proud of this team, guys. And let me just tell you this. I was calling for 17 points, okay? And if you think about if the interceptions happened, there was flu, there was all sorts of things, the yardage marker and how we dominated time of possession would have easily been 17 points. But here's the thing. At this point, a win is a win, and let's go. Stick your flag up your ass. Nobody should have called it back in 2002, and nobody was going to call it this time, okay? So let's just face facts. By the way, Indiana, you should thank the Big Ten refs anyway, because they took out Lucas with the most ridiculous targeting penalty I've ever seen when your guy should have been gone, Ole Miss, in the first half when they tried to knock out Tony. That was horse shit, okay? These are facts right now. And truth be told, the SEC refs hates the Big Ten, and I hope they give Miami every damn call that Monday night when they call that game, because they're the refs that are going to be calling that game on Monday night in the Rock. But I'm not going to waste too much time. I want to just say this much. The stars couldn't have aligned better for this with everything like what you said, AO, Nick Saban helping Mario. Signetti can think about Miami all they want, but here's the facts, guys, that I want you all to think about. What if the roles were reversed, that they were in the tight game and everybody was sucking us off for the 30-something point victory over Ole Miss? Then we would be thinking the headspace. I hope they make that line 10.5. Make it 13 while you're at it. I've already got 100 on the Canes, and I expect to collect and win and celebrate with a special friend of mine in a few weeks. But that being said, all I'm going to say is this. Is that we got the bad game out of the way. We still won, and they haven't played anybody. And as far as anybody wants to talk about Oregon, they are the greatest tampon wannabe suck team of all time. I still remember that bullshit from years ago that Joey Harrington and all that fag team wanted to get on and play us in the 0-1. We would have belted your asses even worse than Nebraska, motherfuckers, with your sorry-ass finesse team. Get the fuck out of here with that. You've always shown up to the big game, and you're always the bridesmaid and never the bride, and you will never be the bride with all Phil Knight's Nike money, okay? Fuck you. honestly. And you did exactly what I thought you did. And their sorry ass fans were there with these stupid looks on their face. And I'm like, it's Oregon. What'd you expect? You're Oregon, okay? And Indiana, look, nice team. But Iowa gave them problems. I'd watch that tape. Penn State, who was dog shit all year,
One
gave
play
them
away from
problems.
beating them. Yes.
Okay. And the Big Ten refs really kind of helped Indiana, make sure that Penn State didn't get it done. If the roles had been reversed and Penn State was the team everybody thought they were supposed to be, Penn State would have gotten those calls in Happy Valley or Pedo Valley, whatever they want to call it.
As a 3-win team.
Pedo Valley.
Exactly. But the facts are, guys, is listen, we're good. We're good right now. Let the media keep sucking off this great Indiana team. Let Mendoza keep doing his thing. And here's the other thing, too. When you mentioned about old Mendoza and the Cal game last year, he ain't going to have the ACC refs helping him because that was absolute horseshit that Cal, SMU, and Stanford have gotten so many calls as the newbies of the conference and not earning their stripes, honestly. I mean, like I said, so again, SEC refs are going to call this. They're going to call it much like the Ohio State game that they did a couple of weeks ago. And realistically, it's just going to be what it is. It's going to be the two teams are going to settle it on the field. And I know we're a little banged up, but we have 10 days, and that's going to be huge, okay? And I think we're locked in. It's in Miami, the rollout carpet. We're going to get to see who is the who's who on the sidelines, guys. I'm not worried. We'll break it down more next week, obviously. But guys, think about this. 136 teams started with a dream early this year, or last year. And now we are one of 2 teams left with a chance to win it all. And you know what? It's not about we're back. We're here. And we're not going anywhere.
Right.
And with the portal stuff that's going to be coming out, and I have some thoughts about it. We'll talk later. Stallion speaks tonight, 8 o'clock. Shameless plug. But all I'm saying, guys, is it's great to be a Cane fan. I love all you all. Let me tell you something. The best fucking fan base in the world. They all want to be us. They hate us. And it's cool to be a motherfucking Miami Hurricane. We'll see you next week. Belts to asses. I'm calling it right now. Miami wins by 10 points, just like the Ohio State game. And it's not even going to be in doubt. It's going to be a comfortable 10, and we'll have that margin the whole game. If they score over 20 on our defense, I'll give it to you. Whatever your name is, Bullets or, fake ass Indiana fan. Where were you at the last 100? Hey, let me tell you this. Tell Bob Knight to throw another chair. You haven't been relevant in basketball in years since Mike Davis. And let's also face facts. At the end of the day, you're still Indiana. We're the U. We're going to show it to you. We're going to hang number 6, and you're still going to have that goose egg. Enjoy Assembly Hall, motherfucker. Stallion out.
Stallion out. All right, Stallion. We'll catch you later on, man. Jay, I see you in the queue, man. I got you coming up in a few. I got next coming up to the stage. I got Lakers All Day. Lakers All Day, what's good, bro?
What's
5
up,
minutes
what's up?
beginning now. Go ahead.
What's up, man? Hey, man, I was nervous. Was y'all nervous? Because I was nervous. Because, boy, I did not know what we was going to do on offense. And listen, y'all boys, I am sick and tired of seeing these goddamn screens we have. We threw it to Malachi twice, probably 3 times.
Hold up. Let me pause your time. I got to get a shout out. Skinny 305, appreciate the 1999. Don't know. These Indiana people need to be humble because they've been losers for the past 100 years. Finally rise to the top for once in life, and they're acting like they won 5 natties, and they're the shit. They need to chill out. Yes, sir. Appreciate the Donald. Go ahead, Lakers. I just had to get that out. You good?
Yeah, so I'm getting tired of seeing these goddamn screen passes, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's like we gave Malachi 3 probably screen passes. We gave CJ 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like that is that all we have in our arsenal is screen passes? You know what I'm saying?
What?
And
real quick, and I'm gonna pause your time right quick while I answer that. You know what I think? I think that's more Dawson just calling and dialing up certain plays to fit the situation. Because I did see, like I said, once again, we saw it against A&M over the top that the wind took it away from JoJo. You saw another over the top that it was just a miscommunication with him and Malachi. Malachi was going to take it to the house. So
yeah,
I think that's more situational play calling, but continue.
See, but look, with the one with Carson Beck and Malachi, when Malachi went straight up, I don't think that was on Beck because Beck just threw it quick and he just threw it to the left. If he would have threw it to the right and probably led him to the ball, he would have caught it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like Carson Beck's deep ball is not where it needs to be because if you saw the last game too and the previous games, You know what I'm saying? Like some of these wide receivers had their guy beat, and what happened?
Mhm.
Carson Beck threw the ball right to the sidelines,
Right.
right? And 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 I'm not gonna say, you know what I'm saying? I'm not hating on the Carson. Like I'm not trying to put no bad juju on him, but I mean he needs to get better at his deep ball. You know what I'm saying? Because he got everything. He got the intermediate. He got the slant passes. He got the short passes. Everything's good, but your deep ball is not there. And I don't know if because that's because of his shoulder or not, but it's not there. So
Right.
if
I
we
agree.
want to beat Indiana, if we want to beat Indiana, we have to take shots downfield. Because guess what? They're gonna probably stop the screen pass. They're gonna probably stop the short passes. We need to go deep. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? They're gonna go deep too. You know what
They
I'm saying?
will.
Because they that can throw the ball to just like we do.
Facts.
So you know what I'm saying? It's not just saying defense, defense, defense. For me, this quarterback and this OC needs to freaking call a great game, and Carson Beck needs to throw the ball. He needs to throw the ball correctly and win the game for us. Not just throw screen passes, not just throw short routes. Go
Right.
long, go deep, because you are in a national championship for a reason. We want to see the deep passes sometimes too, because guess what? If you don't throw the deep passes, they're gonna stop the screen passes. They're gonna stop the short routes, and then what? You're gonna be on third and long, like you was last week.
I'll say this, and I'm gonna pause it. You got 2 minutes. Go ahead, AO. Go ahead, AO. You got a point you want to
I,
make?
I'll say this: like for the long game, I think the one thing you got to take in consideration is you're right. They're probably a little rusty on it because of the fact of Ohio State. That was a great defense. You're not going to connect very well on those deep shots. Also, before that was A&M, and A&M was a wind tunnel. You didn't have that. You've had a couple of weeks of not having that gel for the deep throw. I think you started seeing the deep ball kind of coming more into play. But yeah, there was like I think we were over 3 in the first couple of shots, and then we finally did connect on the one for the touchdown. But I think it does take time. When you're a QB, you have to have a feeling again back for the receiver. I think you're right. They need to get that back in check. But also, we also had receivers dropping the ball. I mean, we also had a flu going on too. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of stuff kind of throws your game into the mix. I think too we have to keep considering the lights are fucking bright, boys. Like it
Mhm.
is there's a lot of pressure. You know what I mean? Like getting over each hump. You got a lot of these are the biggest game that anybody's played in before. You're gonna have miscues. The short screens are your safe bet to get guys in rhythm. And right
Right.
now, that's what's still working. I mean, realistically, we're getting chunk plays out of that. We're still getting them away from the box in that. And that's what's opening up your run game. So, I mean, I get it's not the fanciest thing in the world, but it's what works as well. And there is sometimes where it don't. But Dawson's been calling a pretty decent game for the most part with the feel of the game. I do understand though there needs to be some. I would like to see a little bit more Pringle. I'd like to see a little bit more of the like maybe a screen more to the running back side, maybe a swing out type play where we're getting that ball and we're showing our speed a little bit more. But that's my only hiccup with Dawson is a little bit more of that angle. But I don't mind the screens because we have receivers who want to go block you, and that's what opens up a lot of the kind of the running game down the stretch too, because those receivers are putting hands on those DBs, wearing them out over and over and over again as well.
I'll rest real quick. I just want to highlight this $10 dono. Base Jiren 3889. Thanks for the $10 dono. Well, Lakers all day, they kind of going disagreeing with you a little bit. He's saying that deep shots rarely work in any game for any team, and he completed that deep shot to Marion on that score. Just chill. So it is what it is. I mean, listen, you got a right to your opinion, and there's no such thing as a right or wrong opinion.
Nope.
So I'm gonna go ahead on and get you up out of here. You got any departing words before we get you up out of here? Because we gotta get our next caller, Lakers.
All right, bro. You know what I'm saying? Listen, all I want to say is let's go Canes. Our defense is gonna wake up, and we're gonna be sacking the quarterback, and I hope we get the win, man.
Absolutely. Go Canes. Go Canes. Well, we appreciate you, brother. Lock in, and we will be chopping it up
All
again. That's
right,
our
bet.
guy. Lakers all day. Have a great one, bro.
You
All right. All right. Coming up next, I got Lickadale. Jay, you next. Just stand tight, bro. I got my guy, Lickadale. There he is. Kyle Stalling, what's good, bro?
You know the deal. Hey, I had to bring back one of the old school shirts today, man.
Hey. Well, we're gonna go ahead on and do some old school championship winning on the 19th. Let's go. What's good with it, bro?
Before I get started, we don't need no negativity coming towards this team right now. You know, it is what it is with Miami right now. You know, it's no need it ain't Mario don't have no pep. We don't need no damn pep talk, Mario, in the locker room. These guys already know what the play is now. We did all the preparation from last January to right now. Everything, the proof, what they say, the proof is in the pudding.
Yes, sir.
Everything is there now. Ain't no big talk Mario really have to do. I mean, I'm not trying to criticize, I'm just saying, ain't no more talking now. We here. We like they say, we here, not back, we here, and it's at the goddamn house. It's down south now. It's where it's supposed to be at. You know, we all as fans dream this shit since we got the schedule 2 years ago and last year. Man, it'd be so nice if we can get to the championship in our home fucking field. Now we at 26 is working out for us, and that's Sean Taylor number 2. Last time we got robbed.
Absolutely.
Right. So that's that. I thought about that shit too. Damn, it's 26, Sean Taylor number. But at the same token, Indiana, they finna face some shit they ain't got nothing to worry about, and they're not gonna realize that shit until the fucking coin toss when they see how big Fletcher and them other guys is not even fucking linemen looking over their ass. They're gonna realize that, and plus, their coach, like I said in the chat, their coach is very arrogant, and I like him to be that way because now he's gonna play the team head up.
Look at Dale, real quick. I'm gonna pause your time too because I want you to get all your points in. But you said something that just hit me, and I want to highlight this. When Jimmy Johnson, you know, was arrogant back in the day, I think the difference with that and the difference what you see now is Jimmy Johnson was arrogant because they knew they can do it. It was proven. It wasn't no hype with those past Miami teams. It was proven on the field. This arrogance from Signetti, I like it for them because, hey, and nothing wrong with a little arrogance here, but you got to know when to be arrogant. To me, it's like, look, yeah, you guys are 15-0. I don't know if that Ohio State victory done really pumped y'all heads up a little more, but bro, y'all barely beat Old Dominion to open the season. So what's your thoughts on let me
give you my input on that. See, the thing is that we got to remember this pretty much 50% of JMU team. James Madison, he came from, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they come to Indiana playing with a chip off their chest off the jump. We didn't get recruited by the big schools. We came here. Now we're on a big league. Now we're in the Power 5, not the Power 4 now. Now we here on a big stage. Let's perform. And the same dreams they had, see, the thing is, I like their energy because they brought that energy from that group of 5 shit to 5-4. So that's where to me, that's where that energy come from. We still got something to prove.
Right.
Because this is basically JMU team and coaching staff. Long as Miami match that energy that they bring, and once they realize that, dang, you know what? We the same group of 5 team on the big stage. Now it's going to be proved because Indiana did good in the Pac-10 last year, but everybody was falling off last year, and they fell all the way off this year.
Right.
All right. Now, for fast forward, because I know time go by quick. Like somebody had said before, a couple of days ago, nobody thought Mendoza would be a goddamn first-round draft pick or a goddamn Heisman Trophy goddamn candidate last year, especially when we kicked his face in. Only reason why they stayed, and then on top of that, he got happy feet. When the rush get in there, he's not looking to pass the ball up the field. He's looking to run.
Right.
2, his passing concepts is up the field. That's going to give Bain them time to get up the field at him.
Yes.
They don't run a quick crossing game like Louisville or SMU. They run everything on the field, and his quick pass is back to shoulder. But that shit ain't gonna work too well because we got cornerbacks putting hands on your ass as you come off the line of scrimmage. So that's going to eliminate that. And plus, these guys, these cornerbacks you're playing against, these down south boys, they're used to the back shoulder throw because they do it down here all the time, especially playing against Jeremiah Smith and JoJo Trader when they played in high school. They did that shit a lot. And Malachi done did that shit a lot at American Heritage. But anyways.
Hold up, Kyle. Pause that. I gotta get this comment right quick. I'm gonna let you finish. This guy here, Big Moore, says, "Hey, look, it's two guys saying Indiana isn't good. I've only heard this 15 games this season, and look how that turned out for every single team. Absolutely, the R word, brother. Big Moore, let me say this. I'm not saying Indiana isn't good. Indiana is great. Indiana's a great team, and they're playing great. But what I'm saying is, and what I think everybody here on this side is saying is, even though Indiana's good, they haven't seen a team like Miami, and they're about to find out how good they are. That's it. Go ahead, Kyle. I'm sorry. I just had to address that.
Just like Ohio State, just like other teams, they ain't seen it. Especially that the referees play it out. Now, this game plan gonna play a little different. They run a 4-3 defense. That shit don't exist no more with these passing offenses. They play with 3 linebackers. They already finna be short somebody in the slot guarding Marion, especially number 10, or anybody else. I believe the tight end even having a better game this game.
Yep.
They playing with 3 linebackers, and they the same size as Mark Fletcher. They play with 3 linemen, and they don't even got a backup team.
Right.
They might have 2 or 3 guys come off the bench, but it's definitely not in the secondary. So I believe we're going to do what the fuck we want to do. Like they say, like Stallion say, excuse my friend, we're going to do what the hell we want to do on offense. Trust me. And then that defense, he's going to be arrogant, and they're going to play that team head up. And like I said, they passing concepts is up the field. That's why Ohio State can do it, because they passing concepts is up the field. It's not quick stuff. The quick stuff, our defense already set up to a point where it stops that. That's why Jeremiah Smith couldn't go with that little crossing thing that he gets away with every game. You didn't even see that. Because our defense is set up to stop that initially. And then, like I say, they got four D linemen, and they defensive ends ain't no bigger than these freshmen that's coming out of high school on our team right now.
They just don't know.
Look up their line, dog. Trust me. They gonna feel us, dog. Trust me. And long as we don't do no stuff to these penalties, and they can put the ball in Beck in. I believe Beck gonna perform. Beck playing with a chip on the shoulder too, but he playing a little smarter now. But anyways, let me get off 5 minutes up. I want to listen out. But
no doubt.
When you come back on, I know you're gonna come back on again prior to the game, and I'll be back on it. But also go back to your Melvin Bree thing we had last Thursday, and I predict the score will be 30-26. I was pretty fucking close.
You almost hit the nail on the head.
Oh, I covered.
You did cover. Absolutely. You got your bread. I know that's right.
I just but hey, I take care. Hey, just thing, AO, man. I keep continue to listen out, man. My coffee getting goddamn cold now, so I'm gonna go ahead and listen out, man.
I hear you. We appreciate you, Kyle. No doubt about it, bro. Yeah, Thursday we should be back with the hype show, and of course next Sunday we'll have the official preview show for Indiana. No doubt.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure I move my hard rock bets to over 10 points. I didn't move it last game, but I'm gonna make sure I move it up this time.
That's what's up. All right, brother. All right, you be safe, man. We'll holler.
All right, bro.
All right. Jay, I got you next. I just want to say something. Look, let me put the link back up. I got Jay coming up next. And listen, to the Indiana supporters that's in here, man, we this is the People Show.
Right.
And one thing about this, we don't discriminate. We love everybody coming in. No such thing as a right or wrong opinion. So I'm going to put the link up, and please feel free to come in and explain why you feel Indiana will win. We'd love to hear your reasoning. We'd love to, hear what you got to say, because listen, we don't know the ins and outs of Indiana football. We only know what we see. So let me get this link up, and I'm gonna go ahead on and get Jay up in the building. Coming to the stage, I got Jay. I got your timer started, my brother. How are you doing today?
What's good, AO? What's good, Larry?
What's good?
First I want to say, I know the time gonna go by fast. Shout out to Bryce Fitzgerald. I don't know if y'all found out he had gotten into Hope that young man straight. Gotta stay safe out here. You feel me? To all the people who complaining about how Miami playing, shut the fuck up, bro. Chill out. Shut the fuck up, bro. Like, relax. We playing football that works for us. You know what I'm saying? We went up the Pitt. We beat Pitt. We ain't had a chance against Pitt. We went to Tech. We had the hardest route. We had the hardest playoff route. We like people don't understand that, bro. We had Texas A&M at Texas A&M, won. We had Ohio State, everybody against us, won. We had Ole Miss, the second ranked best offense, if not the first, and we won. What y'all complaining about? Relax. You doing what's working for you. Now, if you go in this game and play the football you haven't been playing, now it's like, what the fuck you been doing? What you doing? You got to take what the defense is giving you, dog. All I hear is I want the deep shots. I want this. I want that. If the defense doesn't give you an opportunity to do it, why fucking do it? After Tony got stopped, I think at the 30, and we kicked the field goal and we got the ball back. Them plays what we went down the field when we was running with Shamar Brown in quick game, that's Miami football, bro.
Right.
That's what works for. Why step out of what doesn't work for you? Why? They can't stop the run. Indiana's a solid team, is a very well-coached team, is a very older group. They're very disciplined. They make barely mistake. But I'm going to say this. Pack the fucking rock. When you pack the rock, have y'all ever saw Hard Rock on Swole? It's going to be a lot of mishaps. It's going to be a lot of pre-snap penalties.
2017 Notre Dame, ironically, another team from Indiana comes to mind.
Listen to what I'm telling you right now, bro, Larry. Hey, yo, it's going to get fucking disrespectful, bro. It's going to get loud. It's going to get crazy. It's going to be moist. It's going to be sweaty. It's going to be a lot of pads getting hit. I'm telling you, Indiana's small up front. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
What are we talking about, guys? They're small. They're small. Mark Fletcher ran over Sonny Styles, who was 6'4". He ran over fucking Eccles, who's 6'3" D tackle, and Indiana got a smaller linebacker. The only player I like from Indiana is Pons, because he's from the crib. But then Pons is 5'9". So you're gonna line up Pons with Tony. Who's your other corner who's gonna stay CJ? Who's your other corner who's gonna stay Marion? I'm just saying. And another thing, y'all need to chill off JoJo. I see a lot of people getting on JoJo ass. The nigga haven't got snaps all year. Okay, he dropped the ball. Cool, bro. He dropped the fucking ball. What about the corners who dropped 5 fucking picks? We dropped 5 fucking interceptions. We left 20 points on the board. 20 points. We dropped 5 fucking picks, bro. And we had the fucking flu. Y'all relax, bro. We wasn't supposed to be here. Be grateful, bro. Be fucking grateful. And it's given to us. We got the championship back home. What y'all crying for? Protect the rock.
Pause. The Bullets. The link is up. I'm going to put the link up again. The Bullet says that Miami fans are delusional. Here's the deal, real quick. Let me get it up. I'm gonna let you have it, Jay. I just got to get this out here. Hit the link, Bullets. You don't have to show your face. As you see right there, Jay has his camera turned off. Please come on. We're not gonna jump on you. I really want to hear some valid points. I'm the type of person, we as Canes fans, don't tell us what's gonna happen. Tell us why it's going to happen, because we will reverse and tell you why we think we're going to win. You're hearing it all show. Please in school, come here and school us. Link is up. You're more invited. We ain't going to jump on you. Continue, Jay. I'm sorry.
Y'all got Miami's a bunch of dogs who haven't ate in 23 years, and now they're here, bro. Now we here, bro. We don't complain how Indiana play football. We don't even critique y'all. All we say, y'all know. We give y'all credit. But how are we delusional? We had the hardest path coming into the playoffs. I don't think people realize that, bro. Right. Every team we played, we were supposed to lose. We were supposed to lose, bro. I don't understand. People don't see that, dog. Indiana is a well-disciplined team, a well-ordered team. I'm giving Indiana their credit. But they had an easier bracket than us. They had a way easier bracket than us. If Indiana had played the bracket we played, I'm pretty sure they would have dropped one game.
Let's be real.
Pretty sure.
Let's be real.
I'm pretty sure.
Let's be real. And you got a minute left. I got you, pause. Let's be real. If Ohio State wins that Big Ten championship game, they're on the other side of the bracket, and we matched up with Indiana in the second round, because that's how it would have went, because Indiana would have got Ohio State's second seed. We would have beat Indiana, and we wouldn't even be having this conversation.
Come on, man. Like,
Real
bro, look.
quick, when
Go
was the
ahead,
last
yo.
time that Indiana had a hard game? I'd like to hear that from the Indiana squad. Looks like October 11th. Your last tough game. I'd like to find out why you have any sort of hype right now,
Who they
because you
played?
haven't faced at October 11th. They
Penn
faced
State.
Oregon the first
Oh,
time,
Oregon, 2010.
and that was when
2010.
you looked at them the first time like that. But ever since then, Penn State, Purdue, Bama, and then back to Oregon.
Bullets up here said we played an overrated A&M team and almost lost. Bro, come
Who?
on in the chat, bro. Come on in the chat and talk, man.
Hey,
Come on,
Bullet.
Alex.
This all I'm gonna say, Bullet, bro. Fuck the Hoosiers. Fuck Cincinnati. Fuck Kurt Cincinnati. You gotta come play us at our crib. There's no neutral site. Y'all better be lucky if y'all get 2,000 fans in that stadium. Y'all better be lucky. I'm telling you, dog. South Florida kids don't like losing in South Florida at their home. I'm telling y'all that right now, bro. If we catch a pick six first game, it's over with. I'm telling you this right now, Indiana. And we at the crib, and we getting healthy. That's the only thing, dog.
Right.
And I'm gonna say this, Larry, and I'm gonna leave and say this right now.
Yes, sir.
That it's almost like they wanted us to lose versus Ole Miss. Lucas hit, he turned his helmet. It wasn't a targeting call. You get what I'm saying? If Tony got hit, you could tell when Tony got hit by that other corner, the corner was down. I mean, he tackled wrong.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like they wanted us to lose versus Ole Miss. I think we beat Indiana. No, I don't think I know we beat Indiana. I say 30-21. 30
It'll
to
definitely be
21.
close.
Go Canes. Y'all do y'all thing. I'm gonna be in the chat, man. Y'all relax, bro. We took the hardest route. Ain't no folding no more. We done beat Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate. We done beat fucking KJ Concepcion and the other receiver. We done beat Ole Miss, the Trinidad Chambers story, the Lane Kiffin story. We done went through the hardest path.
Right.
Indiana lines on trenches on both sides is small, and they don't rotate players a lot because they don't have depth. End the conversation, bro. Bullet, come up. I want to hear you. I want to hear what Bullet got to say.
Yeah. I got the link up, man. Bullet talking all this noise in the chat. And like I said, man, the link is up, Bullet. Like I say, I told you, you can keep the camera off. Come on in here and talk. All right, Jay,
Larry.
we appreciate you, bro. Y'all keep locked in, bro. We're going to keep this thing rolling. Bullet, come on up in here and talk, man. Come on up in here and talk. We got open lines. We're going to be on here for a little while longer. When I just see people saying this, I mean, I'm hearing all of this stuff, and I'm not getting no substance of why. And all that tells me is you just got a bunch of, I'm gonna just call it what it is. It seems like you got a bunch of fanboys that are happy that their team is where it is right now. I mean, let's be real. You struggle with Old Dominion. You did not dominate Old Dominion.
Well, I mean, and kind of like what people have mentioned, I don't mind the Old Dominion thing. I'm looking at what have you done for me lately?
Yes.
And it's okay, like Alabama, you won, and it was a convincing win. I have no problem with that at all. Like you dominated them. But on the opposite side of that, remember that Alabama was on the cusp of not getting in here either. Like there's two different Alabama teams that show up and don't show up. Okay. You did face a team that did not show up. That was, to a Miami fan, that was exactly what we saw on tape against Florida State. And that's why Florida State had all this hype coming into the game against yours truly. And we had to rock them out. You know what I mean? Like we had to face that team that had a little bit of momentum, and we dominated them. I'm saying for the sake of just trying to take some Kane shade off of this, for what our pathway has been, for not knowing if we would make it into the playoff, since November, we have faced a win or go home atmosphere every single week. We have been rotating our players more and more and more. So we don't have 4 to 8 guys on the line that are ready to go. We have about 8 to 12 that are ready to be in and out, in and out. That's a team that you have not faced. I'm looking at your actual schedule. You have not faced a team that's been rotating people successfully like that, where there's no drop off between your 1 and 2 to 3 guy.
Right.
Are you doing the same? That's what my biggest question is how much have you guys been rotating people in to actually get meaningful snaps during a life or death type game? Because you've been blowing some folks out, which is great. But mistakes were being made. Oregon was still pushing that ball around. Even when they weren't shooting themselves in the foot like Cheddar Bob, they were moving the ball on you. So, I mean, I'm just wondering where a lot of that we're going to come into your house and dominate is coming from, because like the chat's been mentioning, you're a little bit more undersized than Miami. You are more disciplined, but let's be honest, a lot of the little fluky fucking calls we get, we should be getting more in return, because you cannot keep holding our fucking D line all the time. We can bring up tape for tape. If the refs were actually calling you a non-biased game, there'd be a hold on every fucking down for one of the 3 DNs we have. Let's just be real. You're not like, we're watching our guys get fucking chokehold. Like, let's be real. But you are disciplined. But when there's going to be a non-biased party in this, and your guys are seeing the speed we have for the first time, I just don't know if you've seen that in your schedule yet. Can you tell me when you face a D line that's got 8 guys coming after your QB like this, round after round after round after round, against your O-line, who, I mean, have they seen it yet? Ours has. And we can point to early games with Florida. We can point to Notre Dame. We can point to what we got told were some of the best lines in America. Not from our side, but from the same media that's telling you that you're the number one of all time all of a sudden. I'm just saying, like Larry Frank said earlier, for Miami fans, we know what rat poison is because we gave it to ourselves for a long time, trying to get right back over that hump for 20 fucking years. We're telling you, you might be eating it. You're good, but you may not be great. Just saying. Like, just trying to put it in a little bit of context.
I'm gonna go ahead on and I'm a tag team with you. I'm gonna just call it. You good, but you ain't that good. That's my opinion. But but we got another call, AO. We got our guy, man. Let me bring him on up in here. He's another day one, and I got a feeling, AO, this guy here is known for triggering people. So get ready. It's about to get live. Coming to the stage, my guy, Canes Raw. What it do, Canes Raw?
What up, fam? What up? Y'all can hear me?
I got you loud and clear. Let me get your timer started. I'm giving you your entire 5 minutes, bro. All you.
All I gotta say is, I'm tired of these motherfuckers talking shit on these media. How about we don't even belong there? We might gonna lose. We gonna lose and all the other stuff. But we had the hardest road to get there. The hardest fucking road to get there, dog. I ain't hear no more talk. I'm put like this. We ain't finna win. We taking that shit. We gonna take that shit and we gonna fuck the referees up in the meantime because they gonna cheat too. So we gonna do it all. We gonna take it and we gonna win it. And I ain't talking about no damn single digit. We gonna double digit edges like we did Ohio State. And then we're gonna shut all these motherfuckers up. Like we always do. And then we're gonna talk shit all day, every day, not just 1 year, not 2, not 3. A lot of years. We're gonna talk a lot of years of shit on these motherfuckers, especially Indiana, because they say all they do is whoop top 5 to what top 10, top 15. Yeah. So we definitely gonna talk shit to them all the time. So all I gotta say is hit, stick, and bust dick. Them Canes are the shit. It don't matter.
Ooh, short and to the point. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And you know what, man? He brought a good point because, AO, have you been seeing Indiana all of a sudden saying if they win, they're going to be better than 2019 LSU?
I heard. Like I said, like
I'm trying not to laugh.
I know. Like, I just want to be non-biased as much as I can because, like, for me, it's like you don't want to become what you're trying to push on the other side, right?
Right.
Like,
right.
I get what Bose is trying to do. Like, okay, y'all haven't done shit. You haven't won anything in the last 23 years. Okay, great. You guys have not won anything in 100 fucking years. Like, we're very similar on how we're going to approach this game, right?
Yes.
But the thing I'm trying to let them understand is we've been told the same narratives from fucking week 1. We have a chip on our shoulder, not like anything you've seen, where, yeah, every negative connotation has happened to Miami this year. You guys have been rolling. Like I'm giving you all fucking credit due, right? They've been doing great, way past expectations of what I think anybody in the Big Ten ever pushed onto you guys.
Yes.
You guys are the Cinderella story for the Big Ten, but you've also been rolling through the Big Ten. You played Maryland, you played Wisconsin, you played Purdue, Penn State, UCLA, teams that have not been great for a while, right? I mean, just putting this into context that some of these teams are below 500. We saw the same thing when Notre Dame was talking shit while they're in November doing the same shit to people, right? And then they can go play a fucking bowl against someone that's actually legit and could confirm what they're, mentioning that, oh, look, we're the best team that didn't make it in. And they fucking opted out because that mentality is rat poison. That will get you caught up. You guys are doing a very similar deal right now. Like, you're telling me that now Ohio State has no O-line in the chat. Okay, then why'd you guys only fucking score 13 against them?
Preach.
The second time you faced them. Like, that don't make, or no, sorry. You guys only played them once this year. My bad. I was thinking of Oregon. But saying that they don't have an O-line or a D-line, that means your trenches are ass too then. So pick a poison on this. Either we faced a similar foe and we beat them worse, which means we beat them worse in the trenches, which means you ain't seen trenches like us. Or your fucking statement is invalid because you're saying, well, they're ass, but you didn't do shit against it. So honestly, I'm trying to be very non-biased against the Bullets. I appreciate the other side being here because, I mean, it is hard to go into somebody else's chat and just talk shit. My fans are used to doing this. We've been there, done that, got a T-shirt twice. I'm just saying, be careful because if you're in a fight and someone else is being extremely calm, there's a reason. Miami fans are calm. We're telling you facts. We're not telling you opinion. We're giving you facts.
Facts.
That's it. We've seen your type before. We played your type before. We used to get our ass blown out by teams like that before. And then we had to go get a new guy who brought in the trenches, which were what we were missing this entire time. We had speed. We had guys that we put on pedestals for years. And then we got trenches. And since then, it ain't been the same. Now, we haven't gotten to those pinnacles, and then we'd flunk. You know what I mean? Like we saw with what came last year. We had a defense that couldn't stop nobody. Now we don't have that. We figured out that you had to have the trenches and you had to have the defense. And that defense will fucking travel. Your offense ain't got to be everything. It's got to be just something. You guys are in fucking trouble because that defense, not healthy, could almost got 5 picks, as our chats mentioned to you.
Let me say this. Let me say this, Hill, because like I said, we got Indiana people in the chat. And like I said, I love it. I love the passion. I mean, this is what makes college football great.
Amazing.
And please believe we respect what you have done. I know I respect what you have done. I'm not going to sit up here and say that Indiana is not good. They are good.
Yep.
I just don't think they're as good as advertised.
Right.
And it's not. Go ahead, Eo.
I was going to say, I love it because I want them to start taking away the recruits from Ohio State and Oregon.
Yes.
I feel like you guys deserve to have those 4- and 5-star guys going forward. And then the parity of the Big Ten goes away. I respect that because I want you guys who are doing it the right way, building the right way, to have that. Because I think those guys who are over there have been doing a lot of what the SEC does and just uses that fucking patch on them to think that they're better than everybody else. And you guys ain't that way.
You're not.
Well, you're starting to sound that way.
Yeah.
Just starting to let you know this week, y'all starting to feel yourselves a lot.
And my thing is, like I said, link is there.
Right.
Myself, AO, we can give you the actual situations to validate our argument. We're not just giving you an opinion that Miami's going to beat your ass just because it sounds nice like you guys are doing. I need to hear actual, analytical, give me something to make me think that Indiana has a dog in this fight.
Right.
I know it's a 50-50 chance Indiana can win. I'm not going to say it's not.
50-50.
But by all means, present a point with some damn evidence. Give me something to go off of. Because anybody with any kind of football knowledge would know that when you have an undersized defensive line versus an offensive line that has been getting built over the years as Mario has designed with these trenches, a very, very imposing running game, extra blocking from the tight ends, and you have undersized linebackers, that generally favors the offense.
Right.
This isn't me speaking as a Miami fan. I don't give a damn who's playing. When you have those two, if the roles were reversed and Miami had the undersized defensive line going up against a team that had that, I would be scared as a Canes fan because that other offense has an advantage. That's why I think Miami is going to bully ball you guys. I'm just giving you just analysis. Right. So my thing is, don't tell me that Indiana's going to beat the shit out of Miami. Tell me why. Because when you just keep saying Indiana's going to beat the shit out of Miami and you don't give no validity to it, all that tells me is you're not trying to convince me. You're trying to convince yourself.
Correct.
That's all I'm trying to get.
I would agree with that. Because, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. I get that they have a bunch of receivers who are older, and that's what we got too. Like, we went and got portal guys because they needed another fucking year of it. That's what the portal is. Give it your last shot at what you need before you go to the draft. So, tit for tat, we're ran by our portal guys for the older side to maintain the standard that Miami's created, just like Indiana has. Sig has started that, right? So, I mean, we'll be ready for what you guys are doing. We're just clearly defining that we've seen every aspect of what your team has. We've seen in the playoffs and before. I don't think you guys can confidently say that you've seen anything that we're going to present to you currently that we're presenting on the show. You guys have not had one counter to it yet. Nothing. Not a fucking one.
Not one.
Tell me when you saw one
real
top
quick,
5 team.
I got one for you real quick. Let me get this donal real quick. Shouts out to Julius Gray. Oregon's 4 turnovers led to 28 points for Indiana. They literally gave the game away. And to your right on point with what you just said, AO, let me see if I can get to it because Bullets gave a counter. I don't know how good of a counter it is, but he gave one. Let me see if I can get to it. Hold up. I'm trying to get to it. Oh, here it is right here. His counter. Y'all can't stop the offense, gang. It's that simple.
Okay.
But why? Why can't we stop?
Okay.
Go ahead, Al.
All right. I guess. You know what? You're absolutely right. We won't be able to stop that offense. Why not? You know what? I'm so tired. I'm going to make a fucking notebook. And in my notebook right here, I'm going to just calmly write down a couple of key agenda items for this upcoming game. I might send this down to a certain player of mine, one of my favorites, who will also be up on this wall. And I'm going to make sure he sees this little comment up here and says, you know what? We can't stop your offense. Your offense is way too good. You got players that are unlike any other creature we've seen so far this year. You're absolutely fucking right. You know, I cannot wait to send Bane this shit. This is going to be bulletin board material. I love it. I feel like y'all need it.
I love
y'all
it too.
Y'all need the hype.
I love it too. We got right here. Jay Smith says Indiana will beat Miami because Mendoza is superior by far to Beck. Well, I didn't know Beck played defense, so I mean,
yep.
Okay, I got you. Look, I'm gonna put it to you like this. Getting off of this Indiana stuff, let them have 8. Nobody's going to even go against you. It's the people's show, man. It's your opinion. You're welcome to have it. One other thing I want to get to, AO, before we get out of here is the importance of Ruben Bain and Akeem Mesidor, Wesley Basaint. These guys are playing their very last game as Canes on their home field in the national championship. And last week against Ole Miss, you know, credit Ole Miss. They pretty much took them out of the game, and also credit Ole Miss with all them damn holds that they were getting away with as well. Because I counted at least 3 or 4 holds on Bain that didn't get called, but I won't go there. But because Bain and Mesidor were not as effective as they have been this whole season, and especially during this playoff run, I got to feel like the biggest stage, the national championship, your final game in the Rock ever as a Miami Hurricane, I got a feeling that Bain and Mesidor are about to unleash holy hell off the edges. And to one of the guys earlier who said that Mendoza is going to slice and dice, however he said it, with the offense or whatever, those vertical passes and stuff that they be throwing, those vertical routes, I just don't see him having the time to do it because that offensive line that they got is not going to hold up against Bain and Mesidor. If Moten is healthy, certainly coming up the middle, he's not going to have time to get it up there. And those throws are going to be forced. And I'm sorry, but Keontae Scott, that's another factor defensively.
Yeah, and I think the thing that we haven't really talked about is y'all run zero tempo. That was the only really true Achilles heel we have, and you saw the tempo against the flu.
Yeah,
you saw the tempo against the shortest break we've had, and we're getting a longer period to recover. We have no travel days.
Right.
The media isn't hyping us up as much. So guess who's going to be taking more of the interviews that are going to pull you away from your film day, pull you away from your time to get shit right? Well, I mean, all this stuff adds up. I mean, I'm just saying, you guys got great coaching staffs. You guys got great players. There's no knock on the professionalism that's going to go on through the week too. I'm just saying, I just have not seen what your counter is so far. I think you're a great offense. I just don't know if you guys have been battle tested enough. So if like this, tell me in your season when you guys were down 14 and you had to stomp somebody back out to get your win, when you were down and had to come back. You know what I mean? Miami's been through those. Like we've had games where it's gone back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Just like with the, Ole Miss game where we've shot ourselves in the foot, like you mentioned. I mean, I'm just saying we've been battle tested a lot this year. You guys have not. So when you're finally going to meet a foe that's equally the heavyweight with you for the first time, have you really been punched in the face before? Because just like he mentions often in our conversations, Mike Tyson said it best. Everybody's got a plan until you get punched. And once you guys are going to get that first haymaker, Miami fans are going to be the first ones to tell you, don't worry about the haymaker. We're going to come for body blows. And we wear you out.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys can really define that you guys have really had that happen. And your backups are going to become extremely important. So don't tell me about your first string guys. Tell me about your second and your thirds. We can, and we will. You leave Moten out, you got Blay. You got Scott coming out, you got Fitzgerald. You got guys beyond guys right now. Like, we're just giving you a heads up. Belt the ass season's coming. Michael Irvin will be grabbing your guys' jersey at the end of the game. I'm just giving you guys a heads up.
Honestly,
don't watch it.
I wish Michael Irvin could come in here and grab bullets and put belt to his ass, because I'm reading some of these comments like this right here. Indiana is undefeated. I guess that's a bad thing. And then he had another comment. The comments are going so fast, I couldn't get it. He said, you guys have got 2 L's. I guess let's go ask Tom Brady. What happens when you're undefeated going up in the Super Bowl from time to time? I do recall that undefeated Patriots team going up against that gritty Giants team with Eli. How'd that work out? Just saying. And that was the GOAT. So, Ayo, I don't know, bro. I think we're going to have some fun. We got another week of this. So this is going to be fun. This is going to be enjoyable. Yeah. I just hope that there's no validity to this cheating scandal that I'm seeing. I'm hoping that's just an ugly rumor. Real quick, Ayo, before we get out of here, we got a few minutes. What's your thoughts on that, if anything, about that? What are you feeling about that?
About the
alleged hacking of systems to watch practices and cheating and all of that stuff.
Yeah,
allegedly.
I think this, man, is all truth comes to light eventually. I mean, it's one of those things where any teams can do these things. I mean, it's one of those things where if it was at one of the teams I care about, I would want it to surface too, because I don't want to win that type of way. You know what I mean? Like, you saw what it kind of did to the downfall of the Belichick years, right? Of, all these scandals add up, make people never really truly believe in you. And now he's over at North Carolina struggling with scandal after scandal after scandal. It puts such a tarnish on your name that you don't want any association with it, right? I think the same thing for this one. Like, if it comes this early, like, hopefully it's just a rumor of some, spurred SEC fan who I think that's the originator of this, and it just says, hey, you know what? they have to make excuses of why they're out of here. You know what I mean? Like that dominance of the SEC is gone.
It's
But
done. Yep.
it's just, to me, it's, if you're an Indiana fan, you'd want to find out too, because like you said before, you're undefeated, but are you? And if I'm really that invested in my team, I do want to know if they are or not. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to get to this pinnacle off of a big ass asterisk, right? Where this is one of the greatest seasons you've had in your history, and then you just can't even believe it anymore. That'd be that would destroy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I mean, hopefully they do find out this, and Indiana makes a statement about what this is, and they can clear the air on that. But the good thing too is that it's been enough time where Miami's able to go and say, okay, do we use this software? Do we do this kind of shit? And how do we adjust ourselves?
Right.
So then we do get a more fair game. You know what I mean? I do find it funny though, and someone pointed out, y'all get an interception 4 times on the first drive against your opponents in 4 games. That's truly fucking ironic. I don't think I've ever looked up a stat that shows that. So, I mean, that would be very fucking hard to – I mean, it's hard to get an interception in the first half of a game, let alone y'all do it 4 times on the first drive, almost like y'all know something. I mean, to each their own. But just as a Hurricane fan, hey, just saying, we've watched our team be blasted in the media for years. If this is true, hey, y'all gonna have to hide for a while, because that media is gonna be on y'all for a long period of time.
No doubt. Bullets, if we lose, we're never quiet over here. We take our L's, we acknowledge our L's, and we give props. So I don't know what other shows you might have been watching, but we will acknowledge our losses if it happens. We own up to it, and we give props where due. That's one thing about us. This is the people's show, and this is what we do.
And we'll be right
quick,
back.
Well, yeah, no doubt about it. Real quick before we get out of here, also, we're going to touch up. I saw some questions earlier. People were asking about the situation with Levitt. LSU is close to closing in on, I forgot his name, but he was a 5-star quarterback from USC. Looks like they're going to get him. Levitt was in Miami. I'm understanding Levitt is going to be at the national championship game. My personal thoughts there, I think Levitt will sign with Miami. I think he will be a Cane. Lane had took a plane up to Tennessee to try to intercept him on his visit to Tennessee. Levitt was with Lane at the basketball game the other night, LSU girls basketball, and the night of the Sugar Bowl, I should say, last week, and he didn't get nothing. So I think Levitt will be a Cane. Also, Cane's got Omar Thornton in the transfer portal from Boston College. He's a safety. A lot of people seem to think that he's going to be actually plug and play for Keontae Scott. He plays that safety position very similar to Keontae Scott. So he should be able to come in. Also, I forgot his name, Jacobs, the wide receiver from, I can't think of his first name,
South
Carolina. We got him. So depending on what happens next year with that wide receiver rotation, Malley's going to probably be the top dog again. Joshua Moore should be getting up there. A lot of people talking about JoJo and everything. We'll see how that turns out. And as far as JoJo, like I'm gonna kind of echo what Jay was saying earlier.
Right.
Look, I'm not gonna get hard on JoJo for the drops. I'm not. No. He's still we got to remember he's a freshman. I don't know if people are starting to judge him with the fact that him and Jeremiah, I'm thinking that's what it is. Don't hold JoJo to that same standard. He has the ability like Jeremiah, but at the end of the day, he's got to find his way. So don't give up on JoJo yet. I'm not giving up on JoJo. Let's see what the future holds. But other than that, AO, great show. Great show. I appreciate you as always, bro. Before we get up out of here, give them some departing words, man, because it's Sunday, playoff football, and I don't have to worry about my Steelers till tomorrow night, so I can actually enjoy my Sunday, but I'll be pissed off tomorrow night. But go ahead, brother.
I'll say this. I love the banter back and forth, and for both of these squads, equally deserved. You know what I mean? Where Indiana, if you're a true fan, you have never been up here. It is a beautiful sight to look down on the mountain. For Miami fans, enjoy being back at the top. It's been a long time. We haven't had this kind of, energy and atmosphere for a while. It makes you appreciate the roller coaster rides, right? But I will say, thank God for the NIL and the portal, because this is what you absolutely needed to take everything away from the SEC that they were doing under the fucking table. Let's be very, very clear. Ohio State benefited from that shit too. Big Ten, we all know you guys were pushing them up and up and up to make sure they got to the playoff every fucking year. Like we knew who your safeguard was. I get it. It makes sense. I'm glad to see a Indiana team come and start taking away from Ohio State, because they need to get knocked back down. They had done shit for years that were over and under the radar. Miami fans know because they took shit out of our backyard. 11th hour, 12th hour. It was annoying. I'm glad to see their downfall. But I will say this. Miami fans, enjoy, be respectful this week. Like I said, if that shit for Indiana comes out, it will come to light. Trust me, there's too much fucking money involved in college football now to let a cheating scandal go. Like, there's too much money. People want to know, hey, if I'm betting on something, I better have the fair bet, right? There will be people that go and jump into this and say, let's find out for sure. So I think just let the truth go to light. But we're here. Like, there ain't no is Miami back. It's we're here. And yeah, I'm not going to say what could happen in that game because I don't want to speak nothing into existence that's like that. But I will say this. Don't worry. This ain't going to be the first time we're here. We'll be back a lot because I feel like Miami's building themselves. And now you're already seeing when we get one day off to even go and do anything with the portal, we get guys in committed like that. You don't think they're going to happen over the rest of the week? They'll continue to happen. We are built the right way. We're not building. We're built the right way. The culture is there now. Like, we know exactly what this needed to look like. And if you can maintain this staff for 2 years, give me Heatherman for 2 years.
Yep.
Dawson at least for one more. Or at least get him some help. But if you can get this staff here and stay and you solidify Miami, don't worry about them generational talents leaving, because they're going to be locking themselves in early to stay with Miami. You already saw what a Coleman did. Comes in, says, I'm good. Don't even call me. Don't bother.
Right.
And guess what he did?
Shut it down.
Locked. So enjoy the ride. But our journey is just beginning. Like, we're here for a reason because we worked for it. We didn't get here because we got some, here's and there's. We got here based off of what we grid out on everybody. We're going to wear people out. That's the fun of this, is everything that happened in those 2 losses was to change the tides of what really needed to happen in a game that mattered. You couldn't just rely on the 22. You had to rely on the whole team. That offensive coaching staff needed to trust everybody in those rooms. Defense, trust everybody in those rooms. And Mario had to trust everybody that he's hired. And that's what's happened. You've been punched in the face twice, and you've never been punched yet since. You punched everybody the fuck back. And now you're gonna do your last fight. Fight, boys. That's all you got to do is keep fighting, keep your head in, and don't let stupid mistakes beat you. Like Ole Miss, that was the only thing that was really killing us. Stupid shit. That was your dumb game. This is gonna be your smart game. You know what I mean? Where everything matters. No late hits, no drop picks. You gotta play for not just you, but like what Shane Dawson said a couple weeks ago. When that ball's in your hands, you have the program in your hands. When you're on the field, the program's in your hands. You've got to take every fucking snap advantage and not give anything to the other team. That's what this whole game is going to be, is which team can really be the most disciplined. Because you guys mentioned the stadium. The stadium's going to be a little bit different because it's not going to be all of our fans. There's going to be a lot of non-biased parties there. So, I mean, it ain't going to be as loud as you think. It's going to be louder outside the tailgate, I think, because it's going to be all Miami fans out there. But there's going to be a lot of Miami fans, a lot of Hoosier fans, and a lot of, I don't really give a shit who wins. I'm just here to enjoy the scenery, right? Those tickets are fucking expensive. So, I'm just saying, it ain't going to be the orange and green as we're kind of thinking. It's going to be a lot of mixed, random people. Because remember, Georgia fans, Bama fans, Ohio State fans, they all bought tickets to this, thinking that they were going to be in there, you know, months and months ago. So it's going to be a lot of different colors in there.
Box suite price, I saw one $235,000.
Okay, so if I
So
start selling myself on the corner today, by 2061, I should be able to afford that.
I got
God
5 on it,
damn,
man.
I
I got
got
5.
damn.
Anybody getting one of them
Oh,
$235,000 suites, man? I got 5 on it, man. I got 5 on it. Heck, I'll even bring a 6-pack of Coke, man. I got you, man.
who makes this kind of fucking money? Like, hi, my name is AO. If you need a friend and you make over 260,000 to go to a fucking football game, we can be friends. We don't have to even do shit. I'll just call you on Teams calls. Like, we could just do whatever you like. Like, hey, you can tell me what color lights to make. I got a smoke machine over there. 200. Okay.
Yeah.
200,000 for a fucking ticket. Like, I need these type of jobs. Like Jesus.
Real quick, man, before I see Anthony says, what are your predictions on the split between Miami and Indiana fans? Do you think, though we're playing in our home stadium, Indiana being the home team is going to have more fans? I don't care, Anthony. I'm going to be honest with you. We don't need to worry about that. That type of stuff to me matters when you're like at another team's stadium,
right?
You know, and we already disproved, you know, what that can do with Texas A&M. So I wouldn't even put no thought into that at all.
I think too is I'm not worried about the inside of the stadium as much. You know why? Is the city is behind the team.
Yes.
The community is behind the team.
Yes.
The school's behind the team.
Yes.
That I don't give a fuck what locker room we get. I know they can have the choice of they can be in our home, you know, locker room, or it can be in the visitor locker room. Like you said, I think there's going to be so much build up to this that the players are going to be able to see their families as they walk in. Still, they're going to be able to see the main people that they need there in the stand still. To me, that's the most important part, is Mally being able to see his mom, Carson being able to see his mom. They're not going to give a fuck about all the rest of it. It's all scenery, right? Still a sold out stadium. To me, the main thing is that we're home still. Like, the home is where the heart is. We're fucking home. Like, we ain't traveling nowhere. Like,
we're done.
Those cars that we see that are going to be in those tailgates, I'm going to tell you heads up, Lex will still be the first motherfucker in that green parking lot the day of, because our home field craziness, we know how that stadium works. We know when to be there. We'll be there hours ahead of time. Indiana fans, you think you're going to get in those tailgates? You're going to be trying to figure out ways to get there, because it is going to be filled the fuck up. You're going to have to get there hours ahead of time. I'm telling you right now, them boys have trained for this for years. I've watched Lex and those guys get into those tailgates, and it is fucking bonkers. Like, it ain't nothing like I've ever seen. I've been to a couple games up here in the Big Ten. There's plenty of space. Go wander around. You'll find parties and people and frats and shit, and there's plenty of parking. Miami ain't that way. There's a fucking F1 Formula track going through that parking lot. You need to know where you're going, and y'all don't. I'm just saying, that parking lot and those tailgates, you'll be seeing something whole different. But remember, Miami fans are very embracing. We're very kind to strangers. Just saying, it's enjoyable. So be very humble as you come down to Miami, because you're going to probably need some Miami hospitality, because it is confusing as shit when you get down there. A little bit different than Indianapolis when you get down to Miami.
Facts.
Enjoy that fucking freeway. Enjoy getting the fuck around there. I'll say this. If it's 9 o'clock at night and there is a black SUV with its lights off traveling at over 100 miles an hour, just stay in your fucking lane. Just keep going straight. Don't even move. Just stay there. Don't turn your fucking lights on. Don't flash nobody. Just stay. That's going to be a lot of what you're going to experience down there. And just like some of the Miami fans have been telling you, you're walking into a Miami home game. Like it or not, that whole city, if you don't believe me, go look them up. Them lights are all green and orange on every fucking building, every fucking place. Everything you see is going to be orange and green. And no one previous to you guys has seen that in years, because when Miami wins, the community wins. And that community is embracing this team. It was scary before. And now this is a fucking nightmare for other players and other fans of other bases, because realistically, this is what it's going to be from here on out. Like, we're just giving you a heads up. Don't think of it as we're being cocky. We're just telling you facts.
Yeah.
Miami's here. It ain't going nowhere.
They are here. No doubt about it. Great show, AO, man. I appreciate you as always, man. Shouts out to the chat. Shouts out to all our normal ones, our regulars, our day ones. Shouts out to all the new people that came in, man. We really killed it today, man. And shouts out to the Indiana people. You know, I'm gonna show y'all some love too. We ain't gonna hate on y'all either. So lock in with us, man. We are gonna be here later on this week. We'll have the hype show. Myself, Devin, our resident GOAT, Melvin Bratton, Mr. B will be here. I can't wait for that show to see what he's got to say. I know he's juiced up and excited. Next Sunday, we will be right back here at the same time, myself and AO giving you the official preview. We'll see what, what happenings happen this week, going into the media days and all of that stuff. And we're going to do what we do. And as we always say, man, y'all be careful, stay prayed up, have a great week. Love you guys. And you know how we start every show. You know how we end every show. It ain't no us. Without you, baby, Miami is in the national championship. Boy, that feels so damn good, boy. I'm just
What is a Hoosier? What is that? Sounds false.
I don't know, bro, but I tell you what, at least it ain't a hottie toddy. We ain't got to deal with that shit no more.
or a hokey. Like, I feel like these things are just made up.
Thanks. Y'all have a great weekend, y'all. This You Talk. We'll holla.
Hey, check this out. This ain't just a podcast. It's family.
Let's go, Canes. The #1 podcast in the show.
Yo. What's going on, everybody in You Talk? Just want to let you know.
Ain't no me.
There ain't no me.
It ain't no me.
Without you.
Without you, baby.
Without you, baby. Go Canes.
It's You Talk, baby.
It's that You Talk. Yeah, man. Veteran in this game, bringing pain to all these amateurs. Been winning for too long, so they had to change the parameters. Any competition, we sweeping them up like janitors. We using the air without the need for nasal cannulas. Looking to the stands, I'll be laying for the cameras. Big wins every single week.
My name is Mr. Magic. If you're looking for a podcast that's real and down to earth, it's all about You Talk. There's no me without you, baby. Bust a move.
The people show, this is You Talk, yeah, the people show. Coming to you live with Frank and Devin. Go on, tell them what they need to know. This is You Talk, yeah, the people show. Look, we gonna tell you what you need to know.
It's You Talk, baby.
What you need to know. Hey, it's the people show.
It's You Talk, baby.